If you knew it would change your life for the better, would you invest 1 minute a day in yourself? 1 minute a day to become the person you know you're meant to be. 1 minute a day to help you achieve your most authentic dreams and goals. Would you invest 1 minute a day to empower yourself to achieve those goals and dreams? 1 minute a day for a year. You waste that much time watching one single TV commercial. Would you do it? Instead of watching that TV ad, would you invest that time in empowering yourself, in becoming a self-empowered person? Now, before you say yes, let me point out that you're swimming against a very strong counter-current, because we live in a culture where self-empowerment is not the norm. In fact, we live in a culture of mindless self-indulgence, a culture where people feel entitled to everything, and if they don't get what they want, they feel like victims. Let me point out a few simple facts that reflect this culture of mindless self-indulgence. Fact number one, the most significant, fastest growing disease epidemic in America today is obesity and the consequences of obesity. That substantially is a disease of mindless self-indulgence. Fact number two, in percentage terms, the fastest growing industry in America today is gambling. The lottery, casinos, all the millions of people hoping to win, quote unquote, money they didn't earn, they don't deserve, because they don't want to have to earn it on their own, through their own hard work. Fact number three, the driver of the American economy today is no longer agriculture, it is no longer manufacturing. In fact, it's not even services or information technology. The single biggest driver of the American economy today is entertainment. Think about it. Apple, computer. What's their hottest product today? It's not a computer anymore, it's the iPod. Microsoft, their hottest product, the Xbox, a video game player. And finally, the fastest growing element on the balance sheet of both the American government and the American family is debt. And most of that debt is being taken out to borrow money for things that have no economic return. Consumption. Again, mindless self-indulgence. So are you willing to swim against that current? Are you willing to empower yourself to achieve your dreams and goals, and to not swim with the current of entitlement and victim thinking? If you are, please read the Self-Empowerment Pledge. Those 7 simple promises that will change your life. And please note very carefully what I have not just said. I did not say that can, might, could, or should change your life. They will change your life if you take them to heart. Please read those 7 promises now. If you're in a group, as soon as this track finishes, go around the room and have 7 volunteers read each promise. And as you read the promise, as you listen to that promise, ask yourself these 2 questions. First question, if, say, 5 or 6 or 7 years ago, I had really believed in these promises, if I had really acted upon these promises, would I be in a better position today? Personally, professionally, financially, spiritually? More important question is number 2. What if today, what if starting right now today, I acted on these 7 promises? I acted on responsibility, accountability, determination, and the others. Would I be in a different and a better place 5 or 6 or 7 years from now? Personally, professionally, financially, spiritually, in my work life, in my family life, would I be better off if I really internalized and acted upon these promises? If your answer is yes, and you know what? If you're being honest, your answer will be yes. Here's what you do. Every single day, you commit yourself to reading that day's promise 4 times. You get up Monday morning, you look in the mirror, and as if you really mean it, you recite Monday's promise on responsibility. You do it again at noon. You do it one more time at the end of your workday, and one more time before you go to bed, 4 times. It takes about 15 seconds to read one of these promises with meaning and with enthusiasm. About 15 seconds, 4 times a day, that's 1 minute. 1 TV commercial, you're investing in yourself. If you do it, if you stick with it, here's what's going to happen. At first, probably not a whole lot. You're just saying the words. But as you continue to say the words, as they start to sink in, as you start to learn these promises by heart, and think about those two words, by heart. Not by mind, by heart. They start to sink in. You're going to find yourself being substantially uncomfortable. Why? Because every day you're going to find yourself lying to yourself. Every time you find yourself complaining about something, you say, oh, I promise not to do that. Every time you find yourself not having the courage to confront a problem or to take a certain action, you're going to say, oh, I'm breaking that promise I made to myself. Every time you bypass an opportunity to make a contribution to a fellow human being, to your organization, to your community, you're lying to yourself. And that hurts. That is painful, to catch yourself lying to yourself. One of two things absolutely must happen. Either, and I'm afraid this happens all too often, either you just stop making the promises. Not because it takes too much time. Who doesn't have a minute a day? Give up that TV commercial. No, because you're not willing to face the pain of fibbing to yourself. You're not willing to face the reality that you must change your attitudes and you must change your behaviors if you're going to start keeping those promises. But if you don't stop making the promises, you'll get to the point where it is so annoying to catch yourself lying to yourself. You'll have what psychologists call cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is trying to hold two incompatible thoughts simultaneously. Like, I'm a self-empowered, responsible, accountable human being, but there I go blaming other people for all my problems and not facing up to the reality of the work I have to do. That's cognitive dissonance. That's painful. And if you keep at it, you must. That's why I say these promises will change your life, not they can. You must begin changing your attitudes. You must begin changing your behaviors. And if you do that, here's the good news. Very quickly, you will start getting different outcomes. Personally, professionally, financially, spiritually. You're empowering yourself to take charge of your life, to pursue your dreams and goals, to become the person you're meant to be, and your life starts changing for the better. And once it does, you will not go back. I shared the Self-Empowerment Pledge, these 7 simple, powerful promises, with a group of young men in a juvenile detention center once. I had them each read their promise, which was really discouraging because so many of them actually had a hard time reading or couldn't read. And you know, I rarely get letters from people saying, oh, this changed my life. I know it does. I run into people, but they don't write me very often. This one young man wrote me a letter, actually 2 letters. First letter, he said, nobody's ever believed in me. And now I realize I got to stop waiting. It's time for me to believe in myself, to empower myself. Second letter I got almost a year later, telling me I'd always been told, he said, I'd always been told that I was a dummy, that I better learn how to work with my hands, that I didn't have a brain. I dropped out of 7th grade. He said, I now have my GED and I'm headed for college. I'm going to make something of myself. He had empowered himself to change. He had empowered himself to achieve his goals, to become the person he's meant to be. Now, I don't know what your goals are. I don't know who you're meant to be. But I do know this. These 7 simple promises, if you take them to heart, if you learn them by heart, will help you become that person and achieve those goals. Let me close with one last thought. My good friend Roger Luenga, CEO of Auto Owners Insurance Company, Fortune 500 company headquartered in Lansing, Michigan, wrote a book, I helped him write it, on leadership philosophy. And the title of the book is Take the Stairs. Why? Whatever your goals are, there is no elevator, there is no escalator from where you are to where you want to be. You have to take the stairs, you have to do the work. And like any staircase, you can't jump from the bottom to the top without hitting the steps in between. These 7 simple promises, simple but not easy. It'll be work. It'll be emotional work, it'll be spiritual work, it'll require courage and determination on your part. If you do that work, if you take the stairs, rather than waiting for someone else to put you on the elevator, if you take the stairs and do the work, It will change your life. It will help you achieve your goals. It will help you become the person you're meant to be.